Hi everybody, you remember this thing, which comes out of this thing. Oh, we're going to get into that soon. You're great, kick-ass J stuff. This, the last piece of this insert that was stapled in and came out long ago. The summation, which remember says, how to tell Chiat from an ad agency, and then when we win, you win, and vice versa. Which remember, let's not skip this. The challenge to be educated. We win, you win, vice versa. They had a reputation for just winning awards, so they wanted to disrupt that. A Chiat advantage, more people in creative, right? The whole agency is. Another advantage, no people in research, talking about planning versus old research. The Chiat disadvantage, you'll work harder. That's what we did last time. And now the last one is the final analysis, why us versus why not. Now, this is just an inside for art directors and people who either do now or have previously worked at Chiat. Trust me on this. There's something wrong with this headline versus every other headline in the entire piece. I'll count to 5. See if you can catch it. Time's up. The dot on the I hasn't been lowered. Every other dot on every other I and every other headline has been lowered. That one didn't. I'm not saying I would fire someone about that, but I might dock them a month's pay. You gotta know, and you gotta care about every last detail. I know, true perfection has to be imperfect. I know that, but the point is, ooh, missed. Okay, and maybe that is the final analysis. Oh, see, by the way, typography. See when you have the F and the I that's packed really tight together, you omit the dots so that and that don't run into each other. I hope you all know this. Okay, the final analysis, why us versus why not. Why Chiat versus not. The headline, why you should hire Chiat and why not. Here we go. Nice and bookend, very logical. You're taking people down a logical selling process with great content on the way. All things considered, most major ad agencies, remember they're calling themselves a major ad agency, are virtually interchangeable. But then the same might also be said of most major clients. Major, even up there. This in turn makes most advertising virtually interchangeable too. Ooh, ordinary agencies, ordinary clients, ordinary, ooh. Plus, pick one, tired, lazy, dull, stale, predictable, silly, boring. Has anything changed today? Which leaves a niche open for a sizable and non-interchangeable agency that doesn't hedge its bets or dish out the usual all things to all clients ad agency ballyhoo. That's where we fit in. And see, it takes real skill and guts and determination when you write something to have a perfect end at the end of a thing instead of just an arbitrary, That's where we fit in, and it's where we'll stay. Because our constant aim is simply to be the best there is at producing breakthrough advertising. Hi, Mischief. And doing so consistently. In behalf of clients large enough to pay the price media visibility requires. And smart enough to recognize the advantages breakthrough advertising can deliver. Those are the things that got us where we are. And the things that will get us to wherever it is we're going. With however many advertisers decide that our interactive and focused way of working makes sense. Well, I don't want to be interactive. I want to be focused. With these clients, we'll expect to pay our dues, and in so doing, earn their wholehearted acceptance. I talked about this earlier. What kind of agency or freelancer are you? Do you demand something of your clients as they will demand of you? Not only as a supplier of advertising, but also as a participant in a coactive sales and marketing partnership. From these clients, we anticipate being given a responsibility for making sure that our work works, and also reasonable leeway in producing that work. Yeah, you want us to be, kept or rehired or paid because our work works? Yeah, well then let us do our work our way. To these clients, we promise full respect for their people, plans, and products, and that we'll lay our guts on the line in their behalf. It thereby follows that we should expect nothing less of them. Period. At that, we'll rest our case, except for one final consideration. Perhaps what you've read so far has left you with a skeptical bias, or feeling that our attitudes lack a requisite degree of subservience. If so, it's likely that our companies simply aren't meant for each other. You spent how much money producing this to say, don't hire us? If, on the other hand, what you've read herein has hit a responsive chord, then you found the real reason for hiring Chiat. In which case, it's time that we talked further about your company's own best interests and the interests of the readers and viewers of your advertising as well, because the two of us together could make exciting things happen for them, for you, and for us. Why you should hire Chiat and why not? It's not just clever. They answer it and they take it seriously. When you make an audacious claim or proposition, no matter how wild you make it, how creative, disruptive you want to make it, not everyone knows how to back it up with facts, with serious business sense, with a dare. If anyone watched some of my first Chiat videos, I did talk about the money back guarantee that they always did in the early days, that said, look, if our advertising doesn't work, we'll pay you back all our media commissions. And every time they did it, the client had them renegotiate because they were making too much money. But who of the agency winced every time they would say that to a client, because it's scary. It's scary. It's scary to say something like this. It's scary to put your guts on the line. It's scary to promise it's going to work. It's scary to promise that we'll gladly take our lumps when it doesn't work. Taking responsibility, taking actual responsibility for who you are, the work you want to do, and challenging clients to stand up with you in that. Show me another agency that's done that anywhere near this. Show me, because if so, I just may fall in love with them too. Or perhaps I should say, why do I do all these videos? Perhaps I should just explain, why do I do all these videos? Because I have taken these qualities on as a young man in advertising, and even today, more so, with more sometimes grim determination, with happy optimism, and with my heart on the line for the craft, the love of the audience, and for the client themselves. Breakthrough advertising should not be undisciplined, and discipline should not be less than breakthrough. What they tried to do in this piece is say, as long as you like breakthrough advertising, yes, you can have it all. You can feel good about your relationship and about everything else, and you'll have the advertising everyone will be talking about. I have read this so many times over the years, and we're going to go into some of the contents in here in greater detail because I want you to be inspired and I want you to challenge yourself. Are you gutsy enough, ballsy enough to tell the world who you are and back it up? I certainly hope so. The world needs more of us.